Today, take a look at the ThermoMaven P2 wireless thermometer. So there it is. That is a fancy looking thing. So we got our two probes in the back. And it does come with a warning letting us know that we need to insert it past this safety line to avoid damage. It is labeled on the top, so we're going to be able to identify which probe is which when we're looking at it on the display. And they even got a label on the top so we know exactly which one should dock where. We have a rubber-coated magnet, and that is strong enough to hold it up. But we also have a kickstand, so we can hold this guy up kind of like a multimeter. That way, if we want to have the display facing us, we'll be able to do that. This is nice. We got a certificate of calibration so that we know that somebody actually looked at this thermometer to make sure that it was accurate. And we can see on the back when it was testing 32, we got 32. At 140, we got 140. And at 212, we got 212. So right on the dot. We got our instruction manual. And we got our charging cables, USB-A to USB-C. So this is one of the really cool things about it. So we can see that the ambient temperature that these probes can handle is 752 degrees. And that is because this is actually made out of ceramic. So it looks like plastic, but it's actually ceramic. So we can actually take these things, we can put those into the meal, put the whole thing right into the stove. We don't have to worry about those. So that way we'll never even have to open up the oven. We can do all of our monitoring without having to disturb the meal. So on the left, we got the power button. On the right side, we got our volume button. We got Celsius and Fahrenheit. I like seeing that that is an independent button instead of having to go through settings to actually adjust that. Then we got our set button, up, down, and OK. That has got a very nice display on it. So, check that out. As soon as I pull this out, it starts reading it. That is very cool. So no buttons on here at all. And just to make sure, yep, probe 1 works as well. I am curious, if I hold this in my hand. Yep, we can see that guy updating. And we have a battery indicator on here letting us know that this is charging. So when we pull it out, we can see how we have it set. But because this has to have a battery in it in order to relay the information to this thermometer, that is going to be how it charges. So we simply dock it and it will start charging. So if I want to change that to Celsius, we are now reading Celsius. So nice and easy. Okay, and we can see that the volume is turned off. So if I press anything on here, it's no longer going to make a beep. Nice. So we can have this warn us whenever it reaches certain temperatures. So right now we are looking at probe 1, so I'm going to hit OK. It's currently in manual. We can set that to smart. That will tell us when approximately we should be taking the meat out, and it also let us know how long we should let it rest for. We got a lot of functionality out of one little thermometer. And then if we want to adjust the temperature we want to hit, we can just adjust it right there. And hit OK. We do the same thing for probe 2. So nice and easy to use. So I am curious. I got the probe out right there. I want to take this on a little trip and see if I can actually read that upstairs in my room or if I need to keep this closer to the stove. So far, so good. And we are in my room and it is still reading it. So that's awesome. So I'm going to actually be able to see what's going on in the stove all the way upstairs in my bedroom. That is cool. Okay, it says 140 and it also says remove on the bottom. Look at that. So that is pretty cool. We're going to leave that guy in. Right now it says that it is resting, so that is going to go off again when that is actually ready to serve. That is pretty awesome. Okay, so it's about, what was it, 5 minutes? Yeah. Something like that. And it says ready. So we are done.
It's going to be a bad cut, so.
Okay. Oh, that looks awesome. Check that out. Right on. So that is a pretty awesome tool.